Hello YouTube, XB Games here, back with another video. This will be what if Naruto was emotionless recreated. Thank you for all the support. And yeah, lately I have actually been doing better videos. They've been getting more interesting and more like funner to watch. I'm like making more videos and interesting ones. So yeah, this is actually what if Naruto was emotionless recreated. Sorry about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna recreate it because the last one I didn't do so well. Like, there was a lot of parts I skipped because I was pausing it and I was forgetting to continue. So I'm just gonna, yeah. Here's a disclaimer: Naruto will be in the Anbu, and he will have mastery of the Nine Tails chakra at a young age, because they are gonna become friends. So with that being said, roll the intro. Alright, YouTube, let's dive straight into the what if. This what if will actually be start with Naruto actually being 4, already knowing who the Nine Tails is. So I'm just gonna skip right to where Naruto is actually in his mind scape, meditating at a pond where nobody is. He's talking to the Nine Tails. He's like, "Hey, what's your name?" And yeah, Naruto already knew about it, but he never got a chance to ask the Nine Tails name. So he said, "What's your name?" Of course. So Kurama said, "He wants to know my name." And Kurama just didn't say nothing. Naruto said, "If you want, tell me. I'll just make one." And Kurama's like, "No, no, no, no. That's okay. My name is Kurama, and do your best to remember it, kid." And Naruto's like, "My name is Naruto, and could I be your friend?" Kurama's like, "What the freak?" In his mind, he's like, "What the freak? Oh, two people asked me that." Now it's the Sage of Six Paths, the one who actually created us, I think. That's what I think. I think that the Sage of Six Paths created him. I don't really remember, but yeah. Naruto like, so think of it like, "Sure, kid." And Naruto's like, "Huh? That's great. You're my first friend, Kurama." And Kurama just didn't say nothing and went back into the shadows. And Naruto said, "Hey Kurama, will I be able to talk to you without meditating?" Kurama would then say, "Yes. Just gotta think about it." And Naruto's like, "Okay." And Kurama says, "Kid, you should do some training so you can gain control over my power." Naruto's like, "Control? Training? Over power? Huh?" Kurama's like, "Oh, this kid is clueless. I have a huge amount of power. Let's just say power. Strength and skill. Like stuff like that. You want to be the Hokage, right? But in order to be the Hokage, you have to be smart. And you got to be strong. Like, you can't go walking around having a weak Hokage. Like, you gotta be a dumb village to pit a weak person to have as a Hokage. Like, come on." So yeah, Naruto like, "Okay, this is settled." He walks away from the pond, actually swimming because he don't know how to use his chakra. Kurama's like, "Okay, kid, first I'm going to teach you chakra control. Focus all your chakra into one part of your body, but not too much, or else you will fail." And Naruto's like, "Okay." He begins with the tree branch, and let's say the process actually only took 2 days because Nine Tails actually explained it in a more understanding way, since Naruto and Kurama was giving Naruto tips on what he messed up every time so Naruto could fix it. So yeah. No, yeah, that's it. And yeah. Hold on real quick. Alright, yeah. So Naruto would actually be good at chakra control. Now that he's actually on Sakura teenage level chakra control. Yeah, it's like he has mastery over full chakra. Kurama tells him to go like grab a chakra leaf, a leaf that contains chakra, and if you insert your chakra into it, it'll show you your chakra nature. Naruto's like, okay. He starts wandering around the forest like, what about this? It's a piece of paper, and Kurama's like, yeah, that'll work. And Naruto's like, he just fits his chakra into it, going, ah! It splits in two, it gets wet, and it crumbles. Naruto's like, so what does that mean? And Kurama's like, you have 3 chakra natures: wind, lightning, and water. Naruto's like, yeah, okay. And Kurama's like, kid, you need to go study. Naruto's like, no, I don't like that. Kurama's like, you have to be smart in order to become the Hokage, kid. Naruto's like, oh really? He runs to the library. He just going. Since Naruto was so obsessed with becoming the Hokage, of course, anything that got to do with the Hokage, he'll do it, unless it involves betraying his comrades. Typical Naruto, but yeah. So Naruto starts studying up on wind jutsus, lightning jutsus, water jutsus, taijutsu skills, genjutsus, and he actually gets a sword and starts training with genjutsu first. He trains with genjutsu and his taijutsu. He trains with a clone. He creates 4 clones. Yeah. 2 clones do taijutsu battles in another area, and the other 2 clones in a different area do kenjutsu, and he practices on his ninjutsu in a different area. He just practicing controlling his chakra to make a jutsu, inserting enough chakra into a jutsu. So he gets it, and eventually his taijutsu skills are Naruto teenager. His kenjutsu is Sasuke level when he gets a sword and trains with it. So he's a beast in kenjutsu and taijutsu right now, but his ninjutsu not going so well because he don't have a lot of he don't know jutsus like that, but the shadow clone. So he just practiced inserting chakra into different types of things to make jutsus come out. And then Kurama says, kid, it's time to learn some ninjutsu. And Naruto's like, oh really? And Kurama's like, but not now. You need to rest. And Naruto's like, you suck. He goes home. And now I'm going to time skip into the morning. Yeah, they don't have interaction at night. That'll just be weird. But yeah, Naruto goes to the forest and starts training on his ninjutsu. Naruto says, so what ninjutsu are we going to practice? Let's say that Kurama only knows 6 jutsu: wind style, wind bullet, wind style, wind vacuum, water style, water bullet, water style, raging waves, water style, water vortex, and lightning style, lightning stream, lightning style, thunderclap. I think Sasuke created that. I do not really know. Let's just say Naruto knows it. Kurama knows it. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, so Naruto starts off with wind. He was able to master both of them in two days. It took him 1 whole day, and the other took him another whole day. So right now, Naruto has 2 jutsus in his arsenal. And while he's actually training on ninjutsu, he makes his clones do taijutsu and kenjutsu still. And he creates another clone to go off somewhere to train in his genjutsu. But the genjutsu clone isn't doing so well until Kurama starts helping him with genjutsu and telling him, oh, this and that, and da 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 da. And you're going to be immune to any genjutsu because Kurama. How can you pit Kurama in the genjutsu unless you have a Sharingan? But nobody really knows about that. So yeah. But the Uchiha clan, mainly Fugaku. Yeah. Naruto is actually getting better at his genjutsu and kenjutsu and taijutsu. Right now he's at Sasuke girl level, genjutsu. I know I'm making him a little too over, not a little, way overpowered. His taijutsu is Naruto's in the war arc. I know I said when he was a teen, but he was still training with Jiraiya when he was a teen. Also, the war arc, yeah. So Naruto's at that level in taijutsu, which is actually pretty good. And his speed is Naruto war arc. His reaction time, Sasuke war arc. His finesse, Sasuke and Naruto war arc. So yeah, Naruto's his defensive and his offensive skills are just overpowered. With that, I'm going to time skip 1 week in Naruto as master of the jutsu. Now it's time for I'm going to time skip 3 years to when Naruto is 7, and that's when he enters the Anbu. This is where he becomes emotionless. Due to the hard training and all the people Naruto had to kill, he actually becomes emotionless. And when he becomes motionless, everybody starts noticing that. They're like, this kid's not so hyperactive no more. Usually he'll always be like, someday I'm gonna be Hokage, or painting on the Hokage's office. Now, whenever they ask him about the Hokage, he just goes, I will be Hokage, and walks off. Whenever people ask him where's that happy-go-lucky kid, he doesn't even respond. But in his head, he knows that happy-go-lucky kid is gone. So yeah, Naruto actually had to be removed from the Anbu so he could go to school. Right now he is 8 in the academy learning this stuff. Now it's time for the Genin thing to become a Genin. He passed with flying colors. Nobody steals the scroll of ceiling because everybody passed. I'm not going to do that. It'll just be dumb to think of something like that. And yeah, now we're going to time skip to when it's time for them to meet their senseis. Their sensei come in last. Naruto is just standing there with a emotionless eyes. I'm just gonna say that. Emotionless eyes. Practically emotionless face. I'm sorry about that. Kind of stutter. With Sasuke being the same. And Sasuke just staring at those two like they're staring at Sasuke with hearts and Naruto with like a glare in a weirded face. Like he used to be so happy all the time, and now he has no smile. He barely talks to people. He became antisocial. Like, hold on now, I don't talk to people. Yeah. So when their sensei arrives, Naruto's just on the roof, and he disappears onto the roof. And Kakashi's like, he doesn't know what to say. Like, hold on, how did he know I was gonna be? Huh? He's like, yeah. Kakashi like goes, yeah, what he said. Hold on, let me check something. Alright. And yeah, so Naruto, they all introduce themselves. Sasuke goes first thing. He had the same goals. Sakura has the same everything, except for the fact she doesn't say she hates Naruto. She says she hates Kiba because Naruto doesn't even talk to her at all. Naruto never had a crush on nobody except for one person. That girl was she was so shy, and yeah, when Naruto had saved her, the day Naruto saved her, he actually fell in love with her. Time for her, yeah. So whenever Hinata looks at him or something like that, he blushes and looks away. And so does Hinata. Just the non-Hina shit going on there. Yeah. So Kakashi's Naruto, his goals are actually pretty different. He says, he says, I only have 2 goals: to become Hokage and to restore peace to this world and end the cycle of hatred. And then he says, I don't like anything. He practically goes on like Sasuke there. I don't like anything. I dislike everything. I don't have any hobbies. And da 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 da. Yeah. And he doesn't want to kill someone. And so, yeah, Naruto actually knows who Sasuke wants to kill. Because when you're in the Umble, you receive secret information that you can't tell the regular ninjas. So Naruto knows about that. Yeah, Kakashi says, okay. He says, that Naruto boy, he reminds me of Minato Sensei. A way different. And Sasuke, emotionless brat. Sakura, fangirl. Naruto. I don't know. He doesn't really know what to think of Naruto. All he knows is that Naruto was in the Umble at the age of 7. And he's actually Jonin no Hokage rank. Naruto has actually unlocked all 5 chakra natures and has control over Kurama's power right now. But he doesn't have KCM2 because he can't open the gate yet unless he get the key, and he doesn't know how to. But Kurama tells him, "You'll have to get the key from Jiraiya." Naruto says, "Who is it?" "Oh, Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sanin." "Okay." And soon he will actually set out after the. I'm gonna say that Jiraiya actually doesn't come on the tuning exams, and Naruto actually sets out to find him. But that'll be after the tuning exams in part 2. So Naruto actually just, Kakashi says, "Meet me at training field in the morning. Don't eat breakfast or you'll puke." Naruto has heard that many times, and every time he didn't eat breakfast, he's like, "Now I see the meaning is." And Naruto says, "Okay." Naruto says, "Wait, son." They're like, "What?" Kakashi actually leaves this, not even care. Naruto says, "I'm gonna